So let's be real here. Aside from the amazingness return of the character that's been hinted for 3 years that he was back, Grimmjow, a lot of this chapter, the beginning of it, and mostly the entirety of it, was exposition based. A lot of just explanations, kind of understanding the setting and the circumstances of what they are right now, a little bit of comedy. So definitely, while as a reaction and as fan service and all that good stuff, entertainment wise, it was crazy as shit. Same time, it really just was, oh, this epic motherfucker is back at the end of the chapter. So it was a good chapter for the most part, this Bleach chapter. It was good, but yeah, a lot of, again, the beginning of this chapter was just exposition based and just kind of understanding what's going on. I will say, though, that yet again, just building up, like, by the time Aizen gets out of that goddamn chair, he is going to just be insane because he took a direct hit and was just immobilized for 5 minutes, if that even, if he wasn't faking it, because it's like, let's be real here, this motherfucker, he's the same dude that he planned out Ichigo's life before Ichigo was even born. Go figure, right? So who knows with him, and at the same time, who knows if he already has the ability to get out of that chair and he's just like playing possum until he gets what he wants. And as always, the interesting aspects of Aizen's character, ever since the end of his fight with Ichigo, I've always questioned exactly what was his motives, what is his goals, where is he trying to go with all of this. And when he was saying the ones that stop me, it's almost as if he was sad then angry. The ones that stop me will enter the Soul Palace before me. It's hard to forgive you, Ichigo Kurosaki. Now, why does he say it that way? Why was he so desperate to get there? Is it something that he knows? Is it his birthright? A lot of things I've seen and a lot of things I've thought of as well. Maybe it's kind of sort of like that Stark thing where he curses because he knows that he has one of the Soul King's pieces in him, and he curses it so much because he doesn't want that power, and there's nothing that could have rivaled him up until this particular point. So he wanted to get there and say, yo, what the fuck, or go in there and kill something. I don't know, but it makes you question Aizen's character again. Why would you say it's hard to forgive you? Like, didn't you fuck up Ichigo's entire life and do all these terrible things to everybody? So how are you, the villain, saying I can't forgive the hero for stopping me before I could do my dastardly deeds? Like, Aizen yet again being an interesting character. The return of Kon, like, honestly, one of the funniest things about Bleach, him returning and knocking Ichigo out, adding a little comedy in there, Kubo trying to get a little bit funny with it. I mean, Kon always comes in the most random times, and again, that muscular body is just freaking, it's funny. Honestly, it's funny, and it's out of place because it's like we're in serious situation, the Soul Palace, Uryu versus Ichigo possibly happening, all this shit, and then, hey, motherfuckers, I'm back. Not surprised Otoichi got her arm back. It would have been cool as shit if she couldn't, but Orihime, you know, being the plot device that she is, technically, for certain aspects, she got it back. And I'm curious as to how Grimmjow is going to be able to help. I mean, I guess, you know, he's extra muscle, so that while they're going up the stairs, he can fuck anything up in the path, but, yeah, I don't get exactly what is he supposed to be as far as, like, to help them get back up to the Soul Palace. And one of the big questions is, as well, with Grimmjow's return, can he be useful? Because remember, Ichigo was far weak when he fought Grimmjow way back when, and he pretty much kicked his ass. So has Grimmjow progressed since then? What has he done? That's one of the biggest questions. Can he actually keep up with the foes and the threat that they have as of right now with the power that he's had? He must have, if he didn't have some sort of huge training, unlocked another transformation, like, you know how Ukiura could transform one more time, then definitely he's going to just kind of be there just for the fan service. He must have had a huge transformation in order to be able to do anything, because if not, then I'm going to call BS, because there's no way that the Grimmjow back then is going to be able to do damn shit against anyone, because he's just been outclassed in every which way. That's kind of like, I don't know, a foe from the past being resurrected, and all of a sudden people having to go, God, okay, let me stop with the shots, let me stop. So yeah, big question, Grimmjow, cool as shit, don't get me wrong, he's one of my faves, but if he didn't train, what is his point in being here? Same thing with the Fullbringers. The Fullbringers, we saw that they were going to train with Ganju, so at the very least, if the Fullbringers return, and they probably will, God knows when, but they'll at the very least have their excuse, hey, they trained, you know, hey, how is Grimmjow going to be able to do this? He must have trained and had a transformation. That's the only way he'll be able to keep up with anybody. But then again, you have Chad and Orihime there, so yeah. So good chapter. I mean, it's crazy in the fan service aspect and entertainment aspect and exciting and everything that Grimmjow's back. But aside from that, not too much was going on, to be honest with you. So it was a good chapter, 7.5. Being realistic, being critical about it. As a fan thing, it's like 10 out of 10 Grimmjow's back. But being realistic, Grimmjow came back, and that's pretty much the gist of what happened. At the same time, building up Aizen a little bit more and the mystique of him. And yeah, your overall thoughts of all this. Grimmjow, yay, nay, you happy he's back? You think that he's outclassed? What are your thoughts on that? But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.